Hey, hello, everybody. It's me. I'm back. Hi, hello. It's time for another DCAU book club. We ended the Justice League Speed Trap yesterday. Essentially, it was not yesterday, last week. That's like a 6-day difference. Essentially, it was just Flash kind of being down bad and then getting good and accessing the Speed Force, but they didn't call it the Speed Force. I put out a poll yesterday, for, not yesterday, maybe 2 days ago now, for which book we do next, and two of them ended up tying for each other. So we'll look at those in just a second, and you know, try to get your help to pick which one. But let me roll back through the chat real quick, catch up with all of you. Let's see. I've got Lego Maniacs being, is no one here yet? Oh, well, guess what? They're here now. Surprise, Lego Maniacs. We're all here with you. Zadel's here in the chat. Hey, how's it going? Brady Toussaint. Does anyone know if Justice League Infinity was released today? It was not. Both Batman The Adventures Continue and Justice League Infinity have been pushed back. They're no longer digital first releases. They are releasing the same day as their print issues, which, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that means Batman The Adventures Continue starts in June and Justice League Infinity starts in July when the second issue of Adventures Continue comes out. So we still got a little ways to wait, unfortunately. Let's see, we got Super Pieces 22 minifix. Damn, there's a whole Lego theme going on today. Y'all making me wanna go run down to Target, buy a new Lego set finally. Let's see, Mercy Guyan saying hello. Barb Lake is here. Tickets here. Hey, how are y'all doing? Aussie Dragoon, hello. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Andrew Cazzini, hey. Does anyone have deep questions about the universe can come out now? I don't understand the question. Does anybody have deep questions about the universe can come out now? Any of y'all have deep questions about the universe can come out now? Hello, it's 11 p.m. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out. I assume you must be like across the pond, as they so say. But yeah, so we're gonna be hanging out and doing some Justice League books today. But the thing is, as I said, we've got two that won the poll. Those would be, let me see if I can get my where is, okay, I don't know if y'all can see my cursor, but the ones that won the poll are Justice League Red Justice or Justice League in Blackest Night. Red Justice, the cover has, you know, Hawkgirl, Superman, and Batman. This is the Kindle only cover, and from what I understand, the main release has like all of the Justice League on it. And somebody told me a while back that that they had read this book in childhood and Barry Allen was in it. So that's got me interested. And then of course in Blackest Night is it looks to be a Green Lantern story. It's got Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter on the cover. It's written by Michael Jan Friedman, who wrote a bunch of Star Trek stuff back in the day. So the other one I forgot to mention the author was Michael Teitelbaum, the guy who gave us Shelby the Smooth Collie, if any of you have been following the book club for that long. So it is up to you all. It is up to you all to help decide which one you want us to go into today. Do you want a Green Lantern space adventure? Oh, it is 15 years since JLU ended today, isn't it? Isn't it? Dang. That is a great time. Great time to start a new Justice League book. But yeah, so do we want a Justice League space adventure with Green Lantern? Or do we want the Michael Teitelbaum, possibly Barry Allen is in this? Start dropping in the chat. Red Justice or in Blackest Night? Who do you think is the best immersive writer in your opinion? You know what? I don't know anything about Michael Jan Friedman's work. No, it's not a comic book. These are all novels. We've been going through the tie-in novels. But yeah, so I haven't read anything of Michael Jan Friedman's, but Michael Teitelbaum's work is a bit of a mixed bag. There's a lot of fun stuff in it, but like it's very obviously catered to a younger audience. Let's see. I am missing a couple things. Let's see. I got a hello. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Let me do it off my phone. Reading the chat off my computer screen is a little bit more complicated because it likes to move around. Oh, Amy's here. Hey, Amy, how's it going? And Adrian Moise. Hello, how are both of y'all today? Which is more official? Which is likely to be more official / canon? Asks Andrew. I've got no clue. I really don't know. These books are a bit of a mixed bag all the way around, and they're all part of the same series. So, who's to say? The Jean one interests me the most. You mean the one with both Jean and John on the cover? That could be a. Let's see. So we've got one for we've got one for Blackest Night, one for Red Justice, two for Blackest Night, two for Red Justice, three for Blackest Night, one for Reddest Night. That doesn't work. Three for Red Justice. James coming in to say Dankest Night. I'll count that. Does WB hate the DCEU? I doubt it. Let's see. Got a favorite Justice League comic storyline recommended that isn't terrible? That's not what we're asking right now. Black Justice, that doesn't count. Only the cuff can decide. Another for Red Justice. So we've got 4 and 4. The next one's gonna be the tiebreaker. I need one more person to drop the tiebreaker. I think you're the first person in 5 years to sound happy about me being around. Oh no. Oh no. I need a person to drop. Oh, Skinner B coming in with the tiebreaker saying red. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do Red Justice. I'm realizing just now that I might be going on vacation while we're still in the middle of this book. So that means we got to try to get through as much as we can. So without further ado, I'm gonna click on Red Justice. Oh damn, it started me all the way at the end of the book. There we go. Vacation streams. Maybe. I do, my vacation is running at the same time as At Home Comic-Con this year, so I probably do need to bring, at the very least, my laptop with me. So I might stream, but I doubt that I'll have a good enough connection to like do book club streams while on vacation. This cake I bought ain't good. Oh no, I am sorry to hear that for you. It's funny how the Watchtower database chat messages always show up gold and bold and highlighted, huh? What you mean, James? What you mean, James? That's not James. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, give me a second. Let me get. If I'm moderating for them, they should be in here moderating for me. There we go. That cover is terrible. Yeah, well, it's not the original cover. The original cover looks a little bit more like a Where did it go? This is the original cover, which isn't too much better. But that is it. All right. Anyway, Justice League Red Justice by Michael Teitelbaum. Why is it not wanting to scroll? I know this is gonna sound noobish, but how does one highlight the name of a person you're replying to in red? I don't even know, to be honest. Based on a story idea by Keith Dameron. Who is Keith Dameron? Keith Dameron would probably be somebody who worked on the show, I assume. He wrote A Night of Shadows and Hearts and Minds. So there we go. We got it looks like what we're reading, I should say, was story outlined by someone who actually worked on the show. So that's interesting. For the writers and artists who brought the Flash/Barry Allen to life in the pages of DC Comics in the 1950s and 60s, firing my youthful imagination, and for a new generation of Flash fans, may Wally West speed his way into your heart just as quickly. Special thanks to Keith Dameron for the idea that set the novel in motion, Rich Fogel for his contributions to the tale, Bruce Timm and Warner Bros. Animation for the continuing high quality of the television episodes, Marissa Walsh of Random House for her input, Charlie Kaufman of DC Comics for his usual good judgment, inspiration, and encouragement, and to Shalea for reading the story first. That'll be the whole mention of Barry, probably. Nah, if he put like a hey, thanks for making Barry come to life, I assume he's also planning to make Barry come to life. Prologue Russia, 1979. Oh God, watch this be like an anti-communist book. Frozen mist swirled among gray clouds surrounding the towering Ural Mountains, forming the border between Europe and Asia. Russia's Ural range stretched majestically for almost 2,000 miles, rising to more than 6,000 feet. Its broad brown shoulders covered in snow-capped peaks, the rugged range was home to one of Russia's largest industrial regions. With the Cold War raging and the fall of the Soviet Union still more than a decade away, by the late 1970s, Russia has concealed much of its chemical, metal, and machine-producing industries in the harsh environment of the Urals. There they would be safe from the view of the United States and its Western allies. Oh, hey Jay, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know how, but apparently they figured out how to make themselves look like the official WDB page by highlighting their name. Fun stuff. So it took me a second, but many of Russia's weapons of war were forged in the factories nestled in these mountains, though certain secrets were kept even more hidden. Deep beneath one of the tallest peaks in the central Urals, a large underground laboratory sprawled through caverns, some natural, others blasted out for the express purpose of creating this lab. The number of people who knew this facility existed could be counted on the fingers of one hand, Even the majority of Soviet military leaders were unaware that a top-secret experiment designed to change the balance of power in the Cold War with the United States was taking place beneath the grandeur of the famed mountain range. The laboratory consisted of a large central area surrounded by several glassed-in control rooms, filled with the latest and top-of-the-line Soviet technology. Across the cavernous central section from the control station sat a huge steel door, twice as big as the largest bank vault, running from the floor of the cavern to its stalactite-covered big space roof. The scientists of Project Red Dawn had access to equipment that even the vaunted Soviet space program didn't know about, and they now hurried to put. What is up with the formatting on this? It's not even double, like, it's not even 2 pages per. Hold on, is that? No, that's not something I can change. Why is it not 2 pages? They hurried to put the finishing touches on the venture that had kept them occupied for the better part of 3 years. The control room was a flurry of last-minute activity. Scientists hurriedly checked readings, jotting notes onto pads secured to clipboards. Technicians fed information into an experimental computer so sophisticated that no one except for the lead scientist on the project completely knew how it worked. A short, broad-shouldered man in a military uniform entered the main control room, striding confidently. His thinning black hair peeked out from beneath his standard-issue Soviet Army cap, and the long line of shining medals on his chest told of decades of loyal service to the Soviet people. But nothing he had done in his storied military career compared with the importance of the experiment whose final touches he had come to oversee. "Good evening, General," said one. Oh, that was a scientist's voice. It was supposed to be a scientist's voice. I guess they're Russian scientists. It'll. Oh no, Jake, don't, no, Jay, don't hide Jake. Don't hide Jake Johnson. Jake Johnson's been a fan of the channel for so long. Don't hide Jake Johnson. Do I gotta go in and unhide Jake? Jesus, hold on. Hold on. James is saying that I hit him, but when I clicked that comment, it took me to a page that had zero content or anything on it. How do we unhide Jake? I need Jake back. Oh, it was unhidden. Okay, how do I unhide James then? I don't know. How do I unhide you, James? Oh no. Jay, do you know how to unhide James? You just unhid Jake. I don't know if you've got the special sauce that it takes to bring James back into the mix. Unless I gotta go back to the Watchtower database and... which account was it? It is the Watchtower database account. If you scroll up, at least where I'm looking, they have a message in between two Amy messages around where she says, "This cake I bought ain't good." So I'm not... James, if you're still in the chat, give it another try. I don't know what to do. Hey, Josiah. So, I'm not seeing where I can unhide it, though. Like, I'm looking on my computer, I'm looking on my phone. Let me see. Let me try. Jesus Christ, man. I fucking hate these trolls. I'm not even seeing the Watchtower stuff on my phone anymore. Oh no. This is one shit show of a stream. Yeah, I'm not seeing the Watchtower post on my phone, and like it's not letting me. Oh, is James back? Was that is that James doing a? Hold on. Oh, hold on. I was watching Top Chat instead of live chat from my computer. So I'm seeing James on the. I'm seeing James on the chat box, but I'm not seeing him in the chat itself. I don't know what's happening. Is it solved? Is it not solved? I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. They're winning right now. Oi. James's baby is a baby. That is true. Hold on. Let me see. Let me switch to the Watchtower account. And I guess let me look at all of the fucking... Wait. Now that I switched to the Watchtower account, I can see James' stuff in the chat. Oh, God. Let me go... Let me see. Where was... We're having fun right now, guys. Not comments. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... Is it settings? Is it going to be under settings? Permissions. Community. That's probably where it is. Great. There's so many different fucking fake Watchtower database accounts that like now it's gonna be like shooting fish in a barrel to try to figure out which one was the real one and let it back in. Wait, actually, I'm only seeing one. I guess a lot of the other ones must have changed their names or deleted. So maybe... Hold on. Can I can't click to go to this account. Alright, James. I'm going to remove the one Watchtower database account that I see in the hidden users. And we'll see if that's you. So, Josiah, what happened was... I've got a plugin on my on my Chrome to see, like, to click through people's names in the chat and see how old their accounts are. And when I clicked on James, because James was being a little bit of a smartass, it said it was a new account with no with no content. So I blocked it. All right, I have released the one and only Watchtower database account that was in the hidden users. So let's see if that works. I didn't block you, Jake. That was Jay that blocked you. Jay thought you were a troll. Oh, I have to hit save. Save. Okay. Now let's see. James, are you in the chat? Hold on, I'm on the Watchtower database account. I can say poopy butts. And that didn't work. That didn't come through. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This might be something to, and that means that I just let free a Watchtower database account that is a fake. Wait, no! I'm seeing James. I'm seeing James now. I saw yes. I think. Is that James? I think that's James. This is a weird-ass Justice League book. Ain't you right? Okay, I think we've got it solved. I think we're in. Wait, Watchtower database was hidden by Watchtower database. Oh my god. I'm so confused now. I don't know what's going on. That yes is the wrong account. Of course. Of course it is. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Yeah, well, like I said, James, that was the only one. That was the only one I saw on the list, so I really don't know. I really don't know what to do. But the funny thing is, the fake one, when I clicked it with this plugin, went to the real account. Hey, you know what? We could try to solve this after the fact, I guess. I don't know. Let's solve this after the fact, and I guess let's just go on with the book. Wait, how's everyone doing? Y'all having a fun time? Where is my book? Where is my book? Oh my god. Jesus, it's already 12:35 and we haven't even got through the prologue. Okay. Where was I now? Was I at Good Evening, General? I think so. Good evening, General, said one scientist standing at the arrival of the imposing figure before him. Resume your work, the General barked. We've got a deadline to meet. Yes, sir, the scientist replied, quickly inputting information into the computer. Leaning on the edge of a control panel, the General peered through a wall of thick double glass into the lab's central room. There he saw 5 figures lying on their backs on gleaming steel tables, thick metal restraining straps across their chests and legs. The entire control room was bathed in eerie red light, pulsating as it washed over each of the 5 bodies. Glancing down at his watch, the General sighed, then looked back into the central room, rubbing his chin anxiously. I'm getting too old for this, he thought, just as a tall, thin man with red hair and a gray speckled goatee stepped up beside him. The man's long white lab coat was wrinkled, and it looked as if he hadn't removed it in weeks. Ah, General Kenobi, he said, extending his right hand. You're early. Actually, Dr. Pushkin, the General replied brusquely, grasping the scientist's hand in his own. I'm right on time. You're late. Yes, of course, Dr. Pushkin said, glancing over the shoulders of the technicians seated in front of him, checking their work. The precision of the Soviet military. Pushkin was the lead scientist on Project Red Dawn. Although the idea had come from the General, it was Pushkin's genius that had taken the concept from theory to reality. His knowledge of the latest computer systems, coupled with his skill in genetic engineering, made him the perfect choice to lead the scientific team. Which is why, as project director, General Kolnikov had picked him, even though the two didn't always see eye to eye. Are you sure this is necessary? Kolnikov asked impatiently, gesturing to the procedure taking place before them. The General respected Dr. Pushkin's abilities, although, as a military man, he often regarded scientists as necessary evils in the interest of national security. In this case, science was the key to gaining the upper hand if a war between the Soviet Union and the United States ever did truly come to pass. Absolutely, General, Pushkin replied. Those going through cryogenic freezing must be exposed to this stabilizing field immediately, before the freezing process and soon after awakening, in order to maintain the integrity of their genetic structures. Y'all know what this means, right? Is that, like, the Russians had the freezing technology before Mr. Freeze ever did. And shit didn't have to go down for him the way that it did if he just had access to that. He should have just gone to Russia. His last name is Freeze. Is that not a Russian name? Where was I? There I was. Fine, the general said impatiently. Spare me the technical details and just get on with it. A few seconds later, the brilliant red lights flooding the control room shut off, replaced by a dim white glow lining the walls. The restraining straps on each lab table retracted, freeing their occupant. 5 figures swung their legs around into seated positions, then slid from the tables, moving slowly across the shadows. General Kolnikov squinted through the glass, staring as the 5 stepped robotically toward the massive steel door on the far side of the room. In the lead walked a tall, barrel-chested man with bulging muscles ripping along the length of his body. He was followed by a slender, graceful woman with flaming red hair that reached down to her narrow shoulders. Then came a being that appeared to be half man, half bird, tall and thin, with huge wings, long legs, and a sharp beak. Behind him walked a short, powerful-looking woman as wide as she was tall, built of solid muscle. A trim man in a tight-fitting yellow bodysuit brought up the rear. His forehead glowed with a radiant yellow aura. As the strange group approached the vault door, it swung open silently, revealing an empty room lined with gleaming white walls, like the inside of a giant refrigerator. Without hesitation, the 5 figures walked into the room, then the mammoth door swung shut. "This is it," said Dr. Pushkin, punching in a sequence on the keypad. 3 years of hard work, all coming down to this. "Skip the build-up, Doctor," Kolnikov replied. "I know the significance of this moment. I don't need any extra dramatics." "Very well, General," Pushkin said. Then he pressed a button on the control panel. A loud hiss filled the laboratory, accompanying frosty vapors that poured from tiny vents in the vault's door. When the icy mist cleared, the door was sealed. "Well?" Kolnikov asked nervously. Pushkin checked several gauges, then turned to the general. "The subjects have been successfully planted into cryogenic freeze," he announced, smiling broadly, "and their life signs are all stable. They are in perfect hibernation, and will only be received at your command. Congratulations, General. Your project is a success." General Kolnikov allowed himself a satisfied grin and a sigh of relief. He nodded tersely toward Pushkin and turned to leave. "Oh, General," Pushkin began, pointing to his private office. "May I have a quick word with you?" Kolnikov grunted his agreement and followed Pushkin into a small closet of an office, closing the door behind him. "General, I have something of great importance to show you," Pushkin began, remaining standing. "I'm certain it will be of interest to you. It's in another lab I have set up not far from here." "Another lab?" Kolnikov challenged. "Why do I not know about this?" "It's a private facility," Pushkin explained, shrugging casually, "for my own personal research." "Personal research?" the general repeated, scoffing at the implication. "Doctor, this is the Soviet Union! What belongs to you belongs to me, and certainly belongs to the Soviet military." "Which is why I'm choosing to show it to you," Pushkin said calmly. "Please, come with me." Rubbing his leathery face with a thick-fingered hand, General Kolnikov followed Dr. Pushkin from his office, through the control room, then into an elevator which rose quickly to the parking level of the hidden facility. Climbing into Dr. Pushkin's sports car, the 2 men raced towards what appeared to be a solid wall of rock. Pushkin pressed a button on his car dashboard, and a section of rock slid up, revealing a curved opening in the wall. Exiting the secret facility, the tiny sports car zoomed into the wintry late afternoon. Damn, how long is this fucking prologue? How long is this prologue? This better be worth it, Doctor, Kolnikov said, squirming in his seat. Maybe you should slow down. I'm fine, Dr. Pushkin replied as the car sped along a narrow, snow-covered mountain road. I've driven this route thousands of times. With the lightweight car slipping and sliding, Dr. Pushkin struggled to stay in control. On their left, the majestic mountain rose into the clouds. To the right, the road dropped off to a sheer cliff that vanished into the gathering darkness below. Snow fell gently from a slate gray sky, and Pushkin squinted through the tiny windshield as his wipers tossed the freshly fallen powder aside. Winding along the twisting, turning road for a few miles, the two men finally approached an outcropping of rock. The overhanging shelf formed a natural garage into which Pushkin pulled his car. As he stepped out, the doctor pressed a button on a tiny handheld device that he pulled from his pocket. The mountain face before them parted, opening into a narrow doorway. Nice trick, the general said, following Pushkin into the mountains. Thanks, replied the doctor as the door slid closed behind them. He pulled out a flashlight and led the way down a damp, narrow tunnel. A little ingenuity, a little expertise. A lot of money, Kolnikov added. No wonder Red Dawn was over budget. The two men followed the flashlight beam through a series of branching tunnels. The last tunnel led into a small room. Pressing a knob on the wall, Pushkin turned on the lights. Kolnikov was surprised to see a miniature version... Oh, what did I hit the wrong button. Kolnikov was surprised to see a miniature version of the lab he had just left. A small control room, packed with equipment, led to a tiny central area. The general spotted a door across the main room that looked like a smaller copy of the door leading to the cryogenic freezing chamber at the other lab. I'm getting deja vu, the general said, glancing around. Yes, it is quite similar to our main facility, Pushkin replied. I had this one built first and tried out some early freezing experiments. So what did you bring me here for? Kolnikov asked. Right this way, Pushkin replied, throwing a switch on the control panel and pointing to the large vault door that now swung open slowly. General Kolnikov looked across the room, peering into the freezing chamber. This, too, looked like a miniature model of the one that now contained the 5 frozen figures. Without warning, Dr. Pushkin pulled a blackjack from his coat pocket and struck Kolnikov across the back of his head. The general blacked out, collapsing to the floor in a heap. Slowly, Pushkin dragged Kolnikov's heavy, limp body across the room toward the open doorway of the freezing chamber. When he was halfway inside the vault, Kolnikov regained consciousness. He reached back out, grabbing the door handle for balance. Struggling to keep himself from being pulled all the way into the chamber. Have you lost your mind, Pushkin? He shouted, trying desperately to scramble to his feet. No, Pushkin cried, shoving the general back down. With you out of the way, I will gain complete control of the unlimited power of Red Dawn. Kolnikov, a career soldier, was surprised at the strength of his wiry adversary. That, coupled with his weakened condition from the blow, made his struggle for survival an exhausting effort. Y'all remember that video James made a while back where he's just like, man, fuck scientists? I think James is secretly Soviet General Kolnikov. Why not just shoot me? He asked, reaching up and grabbing Pushkin's arm. I may need you someday, if Red Dawn proves too much for me to control. Pushkin revealed as he grappled with Kolnikov. That is why I have chosen to freeze you. The door to the chamber slammed shut, already programmed into the control panel by Dr. Pushkin. The freezing process automatically commenced, filling the central area with icy mist. Okay, alright, the prologue's still not done, but we hit a page break. So I'm gonna try to catch up with y'all in the chat a little bit, and take some notes. Life is a car crash and seatbelts aren't invented yet. True. Watchtower database was hidden by Watchtower database. Also true. We now return to justice. Yes, absolutely. Maddie, we're both wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Though you might be surprised to find out, this is actually Well, no, shit. I was gonna say this is a Dragon Ball Super shirt, but I guess it is Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. So it is a Dragon Ball Z shirt. The well, actually, didn't pan out. Where am I? That it's 12:35. Well, it's 12:48 now. I'm in Seattle. It's only like almost 1 in the afternoon. Let's see. At least it means we have a chance of being flung away from the vehicle and avoiding further damage. A general is never late nor early. He arrives preciously when he means to. No, it's not Kolnikov. It's Kenobi. I was right. I needed to give y'all a little laugh. Not gonna lie, I really thought the Red and Red Justice had just had to do with the Flash. It's a double entendre. It's the Flash and the Soviet Union. From what books can I pick? Oh, we decided the book. We're reading Justice League Red Justice. We decided that like first thing in the stream, but I wasn't able to go back in and change the title. Did the Savage Time Nazis have freeze tech? Ooh, you make a good point there too. They've had the cryogenic freezing for forever. Oh, freeze might be German. That's true. Technically, the Germans had a freezing tech back in Savage. Yeah. Freeze was way behind the curve. Though I do think that the Nazis having the tech was more due to the time travel stuff. But I guess since we've kind of established it being like a closed loop of some sorts, who's to say? Well, he didn't mean to become a frozen dude. Freeze didn't mean to become a frozen dude, but he was trying to cryogenically freeze his wife. Like he thought that he had just can't come up with that tech. The JSA, that's what I was thinking. But like, man, communist JSA is gonna be a lot if that's where they're going. Yes, subscribe to the Pod Tower. That is true. Let's see, a lot of Pushkin puns. Maddie, what do you think about Venom Let There Be Carnage? So I haven't watched the original Venom yet, but the trailer for Let There Be Carnage has me much more interested in the franchise than anything about the first one did. So I might go back and watch that and get myself ready. But this is starting to remind me a bit of that season 5 episode of Teen Titans with Red Star. Oh, I'm blanking on that one. And I just watched Teen Titans like last year from start to finish. Personal research sounds a lot like it could be Wiener stuff. Oh no. All science involves a little Wiener stuff. Oh no. Especially Wiener science. Gee, Bill, why does your mom let you have 2 wieners? For science, obviously. We're talking about hot dogs, right? Like, this isn't a pee pee poo poo thing. This is hot dogs, obviously. Man's about to Frosty the Jenner. Every time I hear Maddie say Pushkin, it makes me think of that Spy Fox character, Professor Pushpin. Oh my god, I haven't played Spy Fox in so long, and now I want to. The Humongous Entertainment games were a lot of fun. Seattle isn't real. That is true. I came here from Batman is Compassionate, and I'm wondering, does Hide the Pain Herald exist in the DCAU? Hide the Pain Herald. Hold on. Was that a gag in that video? It's been so long since that video that I'm blanking on it. Oh, hey, Wowie. How's it going? Good to see you here. But yeah, I guess since I got to a page break, I should probably put in God, I don't know which number book this one is. I'll just put it down under Speed Trap for now. Red Justice. The heck? There it goes. Book number ? And then prologue. So we had appearances. General Kolnikov. And Dr. Pushkin. I'm gonna say Project Red Dawn counts as an appearance because it's it's that group of 5 people that we don't know much about. And didn't we have like a mention of like the Soviet military or something like that? Soviet military, yes. Soviet military. Not military, military. There we go. Locations. There were a lot of locations on that first page. The Ural Mountains, Europe, Asia. Russia. Soviet Union. Does Soviet Union count as a place if they're also saying Russia? I don't know. I'm gonna say at least for items that they've got cryotech. Time, it says Russia 1979. Then we've also got Project Red Dawn. Took 3 years. That was mentioned multiple times. Pop culture. I won't say it's pop culture, but the Cold War is going on, so that's history. Cold War happened. Oh, and United States is mentioned. I'm coming to think this might be like a United States exceptionalism propaganda book. So that's gonna be fun if it plays out that way. And I think that's all of the things so far. You'll need that sauce for the wieners. Hide the Pain Herald is the guy you called this guy. I would have to go back and relook at the the video, because the basically with the visuals on any of the video, those are much more dependent on the editor, being for that one specifically James, and he spends a lot more time with the visuals than I do, right? Like I watch it the time 2-3 that I watch the video, but like he's the one actively going and grabbing and putting those visuals in there, so I would not be as familiar with Hide the Pain Herald as he might be. He's the old man meme dude. Oh, okay. Got it. Yes, let's say he's canon. Let's do that. Wow, he's doing P good. Hell yeah. I always like to P good. Pretty much all Humongous Entertainment games are available on mobile. Ooh. I might give that a go. I put Russia. What do you Russia him? Russia's right there. Red Dawn is a pretty famous movie, right? So that may count as a pop culture reference. Let's see. the movie Red Dawn came out in 1984, and this is taking place in 1979, so I'm not gonna count it. I would say that it's the other way around. Urinal Mountains, maybe it is weirder side. God damn it. I could be from the not Russia. Okay, from the not Russia parts of the USSR. That's fair. Chapter 1, we gonna freeze all the weed. It proves communism real. It also proves that there's probably Red Scare propaganda that exists in the DCAU. God, you know, I would not doubt it. Can't wait for the Legacies of the DCAU installment where the Justice League fights Antifa. Turns out this is a Wendy's ad. The moral of the story is always fresh, never frozen. Jesus Christ. Hey, you got Russia as soon as I said. Okay, gotcha. So I am on top of the game. Okay, and for the sake of, you know, Dr. Pushkin's secret lab. Wait a second. Oh, what the hell? No, undo that. Oh no. Oh no, James, not your mother-in-law being that way. Oh no. Alright. A single furtive figure slipped silently from the secret facility. Damn, Michael Teitelbaum, that's a tongue twister. A single furtive figure slipped silently from the secret facility. Just a bunch of S's and F's. Winding. What is that? Is that supposed to be winding? Winding back through the branching tunnels? It says winding. W-E-N-D-I-N-G. That's not like a... Go in a specified direction, typically slowly or by an indirect route. Okay, I guess winding is a word that makes sense here, and I've never heard it before. Winding back through the branching tunnels, he stepped out into the snowy night. Slipping into the waiting sports car, he then sped out onto the narrow mountain roads. On the drive back to the main lab, Dr. Pushkin's car slid awkwardly on the slippery road surface, which by this time was covered with a thin coat of snow and ice. As the lightweight vehicle hit a sharp curve, it skidded, spinning out of control. Flying off the road, the car plunged into the chasm far below, exploding in a ferocious fireball as snowflakes drifted gently toward the blazing wreckage. Damn, Dr. Pushkin just got. Rest in fucking peace. Oy. It is a windy set. Oh, Jesus Christ. Y'all are right. Winding that alt-right. I've never heard the word either. That's the fun thing about reading, is I learn new words to forget as soon as the stream is over. But yeah. Okay, that is the end of the prologue. How long is chapter 1? You know what? We got a rocky middle section going on today, right? I know we've done our hour, but that was a pretty rocky middle section. Do y'all want me to still read some more? R.I.P. King. Absolutely. Dr. Pushkin should have lived, but I think that Michael Teitelbaum might be James's secret pen name identity, and he's never gonna give up the chance to kill a scientist when he can. After the car crash, he did in fact wind up dead. Why is it always day where you are? Are you living in the new Batman adventures? I'm just like, I think Seattle's like, since I'm on the West Coast, I think we're pretty close to the international date line, at least at, like as far as like in America goes. We're as close as you can get to it. Well, without Alaska. Alright, Josiah wants me to keep going. James says, do whenever I want. Hold on, what did Ted just send? Oh, He-Man stuff. For a second, I thought it was going to be Justice League Infinity news that I could just pull up. Now that Data James is free, he can continue his mission of killing all scientists. Well, you know, here's the funny thing about that. Is Data James, there's a reason he wanted a lab coat. You know, he sees himself as kind of a scientist too. You know, the Raimi meme. So, but that's all I'll say about that. Are you both Seahawks fans? I don't watch a lot of sports actually, so I have no stake in the Seahawks. So far, I'm not seeing how Barry Allen's gonna tie into this, but whatever. I think that'd be pretty epic. My favorite parts of the prologue were the unhidings and wiener references. It's been fun so far. Maddie, we're going on 3 issues of Batman Beyond, right? We're going on 3 issues of Batman. Are you asking like how many issues of Batman Beyond we have left for Saturday streams? I think it's not a lot, if that's what you're asking. There you go. I'm something of a scientist myself. Barry Allen is Soviet JSA Flash. What if? Okay, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's at the very least do chapter 1, right? I said we got to try to do as much of it as we can so that I don't get you know, vacationed out of the book. So let's just go. Present day. The Flash sped through the streets of Central City. At the edge of his field of vision, buildings and sidewalks blurred and smeared like colors smudged across a newly painted canvas. Ahead, he caught sight of a 2-year-old girl plunging from the 10th story of an apartment building. Speeding up slightly, Flash caught the child in his arms. Gotcha, sweetheart. Or, hold on, I'm sorry, that's not the Flash voice. We're in present day with characters that I've been building voices for. Oh. Why did my headphones sound different now? I didn't just like knock my mic and have the cord come out, did I? No, okay, it's still picking up volume. So I don't know why they sound different now. In my head at least. But let's see. Let's try to get that Flash voice. Gotcha, sweetheart. He said, smiling as the startled girl stared up at him, not knowing whether to cry from the shock of falling or laugh at the funny man in the red mask. I'm gonna tell you right now, I feel like if you're falling from 10 stories up, being caught by somebody just like maybe 5 feet away from hitting the ground is still gonna be one fucking hell of an impact, especially if that somebody is just going quickly and would essentially also smack into your fucking body. Like that's that seems like a pain waiting to happen. Unless he was like running up the wall of the apartment building, but it doesn't say that he was doing that. The True Red Streak, yo. I need Barry Allen in the DCAU. Please, HBO Max gods, give me Hope Flash, the animated series, please. One day, hopefully. Bring me the performance enhancer. I thought JSA Society, World War II, what's a nostalgia for a DC animated film. I still need to finish that movie. I started it the other night, and like I just wasn't in the mood. So I stopped about halfway through, but I really need to like go like watch it start to finish. Dude ruined that toddler's suicide. It's Incredibles all over again. She's a fine red mist now. Oh no. But remember, Flash can steal kinetic energy. Is this well, see, is this before or after he figured out how he can how he can control all that? Who was gonna block you for spamming, Andrew? No one was gonna do that. I started this company. You know how much I've sacrificed. Oh, good old Mr. Waters. Gotcha, sweetheart, he said, smiling as the startled girl stared up at him, not knowing whether to cry from the shock of falling or laugh at the funny man in the red mask. Flash dashed up the 10 flights of stairs to the girl's apartment and handed her over to her grateful mother. Better get some safety bars on that window, he said. Then he vanished in a streak of crimson. Speeding around a corner, Flash felt the world bending at its edges again. He spotted a thick column of smoke rising from an office building up the street. Reaching the base of the structure, he circled it again and again. People looking on appeared to be frozen in space between 1 second of time and the next, as the Flash increased his speed with each pass. The spinning motion of his rapid circles created a whirlwind which rose along the outside of the building. The powerful gust of wind quickly blew out the flames. Nearby, a bank robbery was in progress. 2 thieves had managed to tunnel into the bank's vault. The robbers had dug their way in, taken the money, and were about to slip back out through their tunnel. The Flash streaked up to the vault's heavy steel door and stopped before a group of anxious bank employees period. There we go. That's the end of the sentence. Focusing his concentration, he vibrated the molecules in his body to the why do I keep missing these periods? Focusing his concentration, he vibrated the molecules in his body. To the onlookers, he appeared like a fuzzy video image that suddenly vanished, seemingly right into the door. Flash felt the individual molecules that made up his body blend with, then move past those of the steel door. Passing through the thick layers of metal, he emerged on the other side inside the steel vault. So the Flash can just fucking move through walls now. That's the thing. Did that ever happen in the show? I don't think he ever moved that quickly. Oi. Where was I? The robbers, reacting as if they were seeing a ghost, dropped the sacks of cash and headed for their tunnel. Reaching the entrance first, Flash unleashed a powerful blow to each of their jaws, flattening the thieves. He grabbed the first robber, then leapt into the tunnel, speeding along its rough-cut floor, emerging 3 blocks away through an open manhole. Streaking back to the bank, he dashed through the front door, then dropped the robber's limp, unconscious body at the feet of the bank manager. "Did you order a criminal?" he asked the amazed man, who stared at him with his jaw gaping wide. "Or was it the tuna on whole wheat? I forget." Before the stunned manager could speak, Flash repeated his journey in reverse. Back to the manhole, through the tunnel, up into the vault, then back again, returning with the other robber in tow. "And here's dessert!" Streaking from the bank, Flash looked up and suddenly found himself on the wide-open salt flats of Utah. An endless expanse of white butted up against the horizon in all directions. Moving at top speed, he felt as if he could run forever. "Slow," a voice in his mind said. "Slow down." Aware of each stride, Flash forced himself to slow the pace of his dash. He shifted from speeding along as the fastest man alive to running like a top Olympic sprinter. "Slower still," said the voice, soft but firm. Flash slid into an easy jog, then a slow trot, then finally a walk. A feeling of calm and control washed over him. Then unexpectedly, in the blink of an eye, he blasted back to his top speed, a blinding red blur against the pristine white sand. "I'm sorry, John," said Flash, opening his eyes. "It's just not working." He was in fact not in Utah, nor had he just saved a falling child, put out a fire, or foiled a bank robbery. The Scarlet Speedster was sitting in the lotus position, his legs crossed beneath him, his hands resting on his knees, on a soft mat in a dimly lit room on board the Justice League's orbiting headquarters known as the Watchtower. His Justice League teammate, J'onn J'onzz, the Martian Manhunter, floated in mid-air beside Flash, also in the lotus position. Leaping to his feet in frustration, Flash paced back and forth across the narrow room. "I'm trying, John," he said, shaking his head, "but it's really hard." I assume the really hard goes back to the wiener science from earlier. Hold on. Let me see what y'all got going on. DCAU Wally can phase. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I guess it's all part of a yoga thing that they're doing. Flash is just vibing. That's absolutely the truth. Have you seen a bendable yet? What are your thoughts? A bendable. I think so. Maybe. I assume that was about the phasing thing. Maybe. When Lex did it as him, the door exploded. True. It's his good vibes. That's why he can do that. I misspelled that. I was asking if you've seen Invincible. No, I really want to see Invincible, but I do not have Amazon Prime, and I'm watching a bunch of other things right now. But I do want to make time for it. I'll probably just like spoof an email and get a free trial and just do it. Because there's a couple Amazon Prime shows I've been interested in. That, The Tick, and The Boys, all three. Didn't Justice Lord Batman tell Flash he couldn't phase through the cuffs? That sounds familiar. Isn't there the whole bit in The Great Brain Robbery where GL explains how Wally can but doesn't phase because it's dangerous? That's possible. I like I said, it's been a second. They made a point in JLU that he can't do that because his vibrations create an unstable resonance. Also, Flash should be doing a lot of streaking. Yeah, well, he was doing it in his mind, so I'm gonna say that it doesn't count as non-canon, but I will note it at the very least. I tried to read a Dragon Ball Super manga on my stream, and it did not work out. I had no idea what I was doing. Fun times. I still need to read the manga because I guess it goes further past the end of the show. Got to get back to work. This was the first one of these I've checked out live. Fun stuff. I'll have to watch more. Hell yeah. Well, thanks for coming around. Saw your family reviews. Hope to see you again. You really need to see the trailer for Venom Leather. I saw the trailer. I didn't notice a connection to the MCU though. Maybe I need to watch it again. Thank God he crossed legs given his current clothing status. Hello everyone. Hello back to you, Dominic Ritchie. Did Wally just imagine an infant about to get hot pressed 200 miles per hour into barbecue sauce? Yes he did. Yes, he did. Let's see. As is everything worth learning, replied Jean, the green-skinned native of Mars. The green-skinned native of Mars drifted slowly to the floor, extending his legs, landing gently on his feet. He had been trying for weeks to teach Flash meditation and relaxation techniques. Being a telepath, Jean had projected his thoughts directly into Flash's mind as a soothing voice. Flash then used the imagery of his physical speed to try to control his zooming thought process. You sound like my high school guidance counselor, Flash snapped back harshly. Thrilled to be the fastest man alive, Wally West, the youngest member of the Justice League, suffered from a side effect of the accident that had given him his great speed. Wally's mind raced along in accelerated time. He constantly felt frustrated and impatient in dealing with normal humans. To him, they seemed incredibly slow, almost as if they were moving and speaking at half speed. Wally found it nearly impossible to stay focused on one train of thought, no matter how interested in a conversation he might be. As soon as someone began speaking, his brain took off in 10 different directions. 10 different directions at once. This was often mistaken for disinterest or just plain rudeness. But it was nothing that he could control, and so he had come to John Jones for help in slowing things down a bit. I'm sorry, John, Flash said as he continued to pace. I didn't mean to snap at you. He had thought that working on meditation and relaxation techniques was a good plan when Jean first suggested it, but now, after weeks of struggle with minimal success, he was no longer sure. I understand, Jean said calmly. You are working to control your very nature. Something we all struggle with from time to time. Yeah, but you're like Mr. Calm all the time, Flash said, stopping long enough to look directly at Jean. And besides, if you get bored with the conversation, you can just turn semi-transparent and drop down through the floor. Speaking of such things, Jean replied, I noticed in the last thought sequence, you imagined yourself passing through solid steel. Is this really physically possible for you? The last man to wear this costume could do it, Flash said, referring to Barry Allen, the previous Flash and Wally's mentor. There we go! There we go! More Justice League tie-in novel Barry Allen. He's here. Is Barry, you know what? Let's make DCAU Barry Allen queer. He's here, he's queer, get used to it. Get used to it. Or at the very least, it's something to rhyme with here. He's clear enough to get through doors. He can turn his body clear. There we go. I landed that one. We have more DCAU Barry Allen. I told y'all it would happen. My happy place is pinned onto the wall in the room of a 9-foot-tall vampire lady and her murderous daughters. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm probably gonna be playing more of that. I got to the second area, and man, I got ate by a really big baby, and it was terrifying. Wally has some awful retorts. That is true. But yeah, I'm glad he's here. He brought beer. That works too. Transparent, if you will. I was listening to I was listening to a song the other night from Gym Class Heroes, and like one of the lines was like, "Your parents must be trans because you're so see-through." And I was like, God damn, I forgot this lyric existed. It's beautiful line. I'm putting this in that video. Go for it, Josiah. As much Barry as we can get. Oh, that baby. Let's say Barry's here, queer, clear, and brought the beers. He is all of it. And there's Jay in the JLU comics. That is true. You forgot Tim saying if it's not on screen, it's not canon. That's not the saying. The saying is once it's on screen, it's canon. But that doesn't mean everything off screen isn't canon, right? Like he brought in the Batman Adventures Volume 2, not Volume 2, the Batman Adventures annual number 2 with the Demon Etrigan. So some stuff that's off screen can be canon. And I'm calling it here. Barry exists. Wait. But we're currently watching this on screen. There we go. There's our caveat. That's a better way to think of it than I just put it. All right, where were we? The last man to wear this costume could do it, Flash said, referring to Barry Allen, the previous Flash and Wally's mentor. I've been practicing, but I haven't quite gotten the hang of it yet. But since it was my fantasy, I figured, what the heck? Why not do it there? You know what? I'm imagining like Barry and Wally meeting each other both in like Flash costumes, and it going something like, I found you, faker! Faker? You're comparing yourself to me? You're not even good enough to be my fake. I'll make you eat those words. That whole thing. You know, the Sonic Adventure 2. Barry Allen is Shadow the Hedgehog. Shall we resume? Jean asked. Flash shook his head as he reached for the door. I can't do any more today, he said, frustration clear in his voice. I'm too wired. And besides, I've got a date tonight. I'm heading home. Thanks, Jean. See ya. I gotta go. Love you guys. This has been so much fun. Well, take care, Josiah. We'll see you next time around. What is even happening? Barry Allen's here. Yes, Barry, the Shadow the Hedgehog of the DC universe. Wally is gonna phase at the end of this book. That's his arc in this. It probably is. Let's see. Flash shook his head as he reached for the door. Oh, okay, I read that paragraph. Opening the door to the tiny room, Flash sped through the twisting corridors of the watchtower, arriving at the launching bay. He glanced through a window, looking down at the Earth below. Then he boarded the Javelin 7, the Justice League's own space shuttle, and slipped into the pilot's seat. Easing the ship from its docking port, Flash fired its main engines and punched in a course for home. The sleek spacecraft, a smaller version of the shuttle used by NASA, was available to any Justice League member for transport to or from Earth. Most of those who used the Javelin 7 just locked in its autopilot for the short trip, but the Flash simply could not sit still long enough to enjoy an automated journey. He checked the ship's navigation readouts, fuel indicator, and engine condition, knowing exactly what the gauges would say. They were the same each time, but it gave him something to do. Grabbing the piloting controls, he steered the vessel toward North America, preferring to fly the ship himself. Ah, he sighed as the bright blue globe grew larger in the cockpit window. The glamorous life of a superhero. There we go. And that's the end of chapter 1. Should you tweet out the Barry reference again? I probably will. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Barry meets Wally. Nice cack, bro. Oh, no. Do it in the shadow voice. Nice cack, bro. But mine's faster. I'm going to bed. It's late where I am. Great to see you again. God bless. You have a good evening, Zadell. Barry appears to Wally in this book. You're not even good enough to be my fake. I just Barry just being like Maria and dying, right? Like just give him the whole Crisis on Infinite Earths thing where he just fucking dies and just shouts out Maria at the end and nobody knows why. Let's see. So chapter 1. Okay, we have the Flash / Wally West. Martian Manhunter / John Jones. The Flash, Barry Allen, and we had NASA. And I guess I'll put Justice League because they're a group, just like the Red Dawn. What is this book again? I missed the first part. It's Justice League Red Justice. Barry after gunning down the entire population of Earth. This is who I am. I'm down with it. Barry just being like, I am the ultimate life form. Barry, where's that damn fourth cosmic treadmill? Okay, locations. We had Central City. And I know that it was just like inside his mind, but whatever. Central City, Utah, Justice League Watchtower, Mars was mentioned, Earth was mentioned. There we go. Javelin 7 is mentioned. It seems like Wally is gonna have a I can phase through stuff arc. And then in-show events, reference made to the accident that gave Wally Brave and the Bold. Jean has been trying to help Flash meditate for weeks as time. And then we don't really have much of anything else to note that I can think of off the top of my head. I thought I already answered that Invincible question, but I guess maybe you had left the room when I answered. No, I haven't watched Invincible yet. I do not have an Amazon Prime subscription, so I do not have access to it. I'll probably like get myself a free trial or something because I've been wanting to check out that, The Boys, and The Tick. But I just haven't done it yet because I'm also watching other stuff. Now let me get this. This Barry reference. And save as Barry reference. And let's put that on the Twitter. This book sounds cool and all, but most likely not canon, just being real. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's fun to see these things that could have been episodes, right? Because apparently all these books like have story outlines by people who were working on the show itself, and just were kind of thrown to the wayside. DCAU Barry can't be queer. It was just a phase. He could be anything he wants. Impulse might be making his appearance on CW as Nora Allen's something. Yeah, I saw the set photos of that. It looks interesting. I'm so far behind on CW stuff though. Let's see. Okay. Barry Allen is back, baby. DCAU Barry Allen. There we go. Oh, and of course, as soon as it refreshes, I'm getting a quartering clip. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, we got through chapter 1. We got through the prologue. I think that's where I'm going to call it for now, because we still got to figure out how to get the Watchtower database not hidden on our channel. I hate these fucking trolls, man. It's too much. He can be anything he wants except alive, apparently. Well, you know what? Maybe he didn't want to be alive. Did you think about that? Who knows? Maybe he'll make himself alive by the end of the book. Though I doubt it. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call today's stream to a close. Had a lot of fun hanging out with y'all today, and looking forward. Oh, check out newest TikTok. No, James, you check out newest TikTok. You gotta have we even promoted the TikTok on the YouTube channel at all? We have a TikTok. Apparently there's a newest one. James, drop the link for people. I dropped the Flash after that Indian villain. It became too repetitive. I haven't even watched any of the Flash. There's still definitely supposed to be a DCAU Barry, as mentioned in Flash and Substance. He just may not have been a speedster. I mean, they mention Wally's uncle, right? Like, it's not necessarily Barry, but it's could be. There we go. James dropped the TikTok link. If y'all want to follow us on TikTok, there it is in the chat. But with that, I'm going to call stream to a close. I will be back this Saturday for more Batman Beyond streaming. I was supposed to be doing it last week, but I had forgot that I had promised to be part of a digital karaoke thing that another contributor to Watchtower database stuff, one of the Legacies artists, was putting on. So I was doing that, you know. But Batman Beyond will be back this Saturday, and then I think Sunday, I don't remember which video we've got coming out. It might be, I think it might be the review of the JSA movie, maybe, that Ted's doing, or it might be an interview that we conducted recently, but I'm not too entirely sure. But either way, you know, as always, videos on Sunday and stuff. But yeah, I love y'all. Mwah. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go try to beat this big old scary baby that runs after me in a hallway in Resident Evil. All right, y'all take care.